that our reporter went through there and what President Biden had said earlier today, specifically that he and his administration were not holding back domestic energy production. You're there in the great state of Texas, the president there today, but not meeting with any of the oil or gas industry leaders there in Texas. What is your response to what the president had to say in terms of producing oil and energy here, specifically in Texas or in America?
Thank you. Great to be with you, Heather and Bob. Listening to the president say what he just did, that he was not holding this back, I thought I was back in the State of the Union message that we had the other night with all the fiction and just living in a completely unreal world. It was surreal. And just saying things that just because he says it doesn't make it so. He is most definitely, certainly holding back domestic production. I'm glad that he has decided that under due pressure, obviously, to discontinue buying Russian oil. But he has to unleash American energy, and he has to do it immediately. He's got to stop importing Russian oil. We've got to reverse course on his anti-energy agenda, because this is an agenda. This didn't happen by accident. These Democrats, they're controlled by the radical wing. They want everyone on electric vehicles. They want everybody off of fossil fuels. That's their whole point. But in order with this to stop Russia, discontinue financing their invasion of Ukraine, he's got to end his federal freeze on all oil and new gas projects. He's got to fast-track LNG export permits. We heard there were 6 of them pending right now. He's got to expedite approval of all pipeline and energy development. And when he says he's not going to, reauthorize the Keystone Pipeline, it just tells you that he's not really serious about this. He's got to stop his regulatory assault on U.S. energy development and financing, and he's got to start talking to energy producers. He's got to unshackle states like Texas, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Louisiana, New Mexico. There's North Dakota. Under President Trump, we were energy independent, a net exporter, and he has killed that. He has squandered that in less than a year.
Let me ask you about this. One of the problems with banning Russia imports is that, keep in mind, it's thousands of companies that are part of the whole process as far as drilling and refining and getting them out to your gas station. And the concern is that this Russian oil is going to end up somewhere else because we're still going to have to replace it, and it'll end up costing us more. So this leads me to this question. When you talk to the oil producers there in Texas, how much more percentage-wise do they feel they can increase their output over what period of time?
Well, let me just say this. We did away with, a million barrels. In fact, I think it's close to 2 million barrels of production in the last year with the policies of the Biden administration. Can you turn this spigot immediately back on? No, you can't. But we have to reverse course. And if we're going to stop buying Russian oil, my goodness, let me tell you something. When Texans are paying $4 a gallon for gas, there's something wrong. Everybody knows that something's wrong. But if you're going to get off of Russian gas, don't go running to the Iranians, the largest exporter of terrorism in the world. Don't go after the Venezuelans, Maduro, and why does he put despotic dictators ahead of American producers? I represent more petrochemical refining facilities than any other congressman in the United States of America. And I can tell you, it can't be turned on immediately, but there are things that need to be done to get the ball rolling so that we can replace this Russian oil that we've been hooked on under the Biden administration.
Okay, Congressman Brian Babin.